if you see something wrong in this world, if you have something that you're passionate about, go and work on it and realize you're going to fail a million times. I certainly have. But ultimately, if you keep going, you eventually will succeed. Because what you need to succeed more than anything isn't to be a Nobel laureate. It's not to be brilliant. It's not to go to a super fancy school. It's not even going to college. Sorry to the teachers in the room. You should go to college if you can. But it's grit. It's the determination to keep going in the face of obstacles and pick yourself up and keep fighting every single time. Because the reality is you can do everything right in politics to make change that is within your control and still fail. But that's not because of you. That's because of factors external to you. But as young people, you have the greatest asset on your side that anybody can have in life, in politics, in business, or anything else, which is time on your side. You have the time to fail and learn. And guess what? We have that advantage too in politics. Because as much as you might hate today's politicians, ultimately you're going to outlive them. Thank God. The question is, in this moment, are you going to be part of history in bringing our country out of this dark moment and into the light and into the promises that we have always professed but continue to fail to live up to? Are you going to be part of the generation that stands up? We are the first generation, and this is not news to any of you that are younger in this room. We are the first generation that is worse off economically than our parents. The first generation in American history to be like that. That's bullshit. But guess what? The people in power are not going to change that themselves because they benefit from it staying that way. The only thing that can change it is you all standing up and being part of it. Are you going to do that? Are you going to do that? Because more than just this issue on gun violence, the corruption that has pervaded our society is so endemic and disgusting. The only thing that can change it is a mass movement of young people that stand up and actually say, we're not going to let things continue this way, and we're not going to let the next generation be worse off than us. We're not going to let the next generation go through school shooter drills because our politicians failed to have the damn courage to do the right thing. We're not going to let the next generation continue to live with the climate crisis and the housing crisis, because as a generation, we stood up and we rebuilt the American dream. Because I know right now that this moment feels incredibly dark, because it is. It is incredibly painful to see what so many people are going through. As scientists are fired, as our veterans are called parasites, and so much more. But ultimately, the only reason they are going to be able to get away with this and continue to act like this and the corrupt politicians are going to stay there is if you believe that this has gotten so bad that there is nothing that you can do about it. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. If we believed that after Parkland, we never would have changed anything. So my question to you is, are you going to be part of that change? You have to be. Because the people that are counting on us right now are not in this room. They aren't even alive yet. Because it's the kids that will come after you that are going to be sitting in these same chairs in the future. And the question that you must ask yourself is whether or not when they are there, are they going to be sitting through a lesson about how messed up our country is and how corrupt it is? Or are they going to be sitting through a lesson learning how this generation stood up and fixed it? Because we can, and I know that we will, if we can do one thing. And it's what Dolores Huerta told me at a protest a few years ago. That is the most important lesson that I hope that you all take from today. Which is that the only way we are going to be able to make change, the most important thing that you need to be able to create change is not a shitload of money. That's helpful. But more than money, more than time, more than grit, it is the belief that change actually is possible. And what I ask you to do today is to be part of rebuilding the next American century, because it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take many elections. It's going to take many of you running for office. It's going to take many of you stepping up and being part of the change that you want to see. But regardless of where it is, if it's in your school, if it's in your community, wherever it is, take charge and do something. Don't just stand on the sidelines and complain. Fix it. Because if you don't, nobody else will. Thank you so much.